Well, if there is no enemy inside, no outside enemy can harm you. I repeat that if there is no enemy inside, no outside enemy can harm you. So this fight which you are gonna fight at this point in time is with the enemy inside you. You can't make this entire world like God, but you can create your own world. So you need to focus on creating your own world when Rahu is in the Ashwini Nakshatra, in the Nakshatra of Ketu. From the 20th of February 2023 until 26th of June 2023, the planets Rahu and Ketu are gonna stay in each other's nakshatra at this point in time. And Rahu is gonna stay in the Ashwini nakshatra until the 30th of October 2023. But the significant thing is that Rahu will be in the nakshatra of Ketu, which is Ashwini nakshatra, and Ketu will be in the nakshatra of Swati, which is the nakshatra of Rahu, and Ketu will be in the Swati nakshatra until 26th of June 2023. Well, Rahu represents a lot of things. It represents materialism. It represents confusion. It represents fear. It represents mischief. It represents dishonesty. It represents gambling. It represents the unknown. It represents the dark side of life. It represents your obsession towards things and people. Rahu also represents politicians and occult sciences. So at this point in time, Rahu will be gaining its full strength. Rahu will be in the nakshatra of Ketu. As we all know that Rahu is the upper part of the body and Ketu is the lower part of the body. So at this point in time, Rahu will be attached to the lower part of the body. So there could be action at this point in time because Rahu will be in its full flow at this point in time. And Ketu also being in the nakshatra of Rahu is also gonna be in full flow. So at this point in time, you could see a drastic change in your life, a dramatic change in your life. Well, seeing the planetary positions and the constellations during this year, when Rahu is in the Ashwini Nakshatra, I want to tell you all something today. Well, the fight which you are gonna fight at this point in time is with yourself. You need to fight the enemy within you. You need to fight that laziness within you. You need to fight that procrastination within you. You need to consciously choose the right things in your life at this point in time. That enemy inside of you will tell you that you should take the wrong path. It will tell you that you should take the short path. It will tell you that it is okay that if you are dishonest. It will tell you that it is okay that if you are gambling. It will tell you that you are okay if you take the shorter route, and it will encourage you to reach your goals in a dishonest way. But you need to fight that enemy within you. You need to fight that enemy within you, which is pushing you towards the wrong path. You can't make this entire world like God, but you can definitely create your own world. So at this point in time, you need to create your own world. Your focus should be on creating your own world. You need to stop bothering about other people. You need to stop bothering about what others are doing. Don't be bothered about what they are thinking, what they are speaking about you. Whether or not you do anything or not, they are gonna think about you. They are gonna speak about you. So you need to avoid and ignore those people who are speaking and thinking about you. They are gonna do it anyhow. So why bother about these people at this point in time? Other people's opinion about you is none of your business. Your focus should be on your life. Your focus should be to fight yourself, that enemy within you, which is stopping you to achieve your greatness, which is telling you it is alright that if you are lazy, it is alright that if you postpone a particular thing for tomorrow, it is alright that you don't study at this point in time, it is alright if you don't work today. So you need to fight that enemy within you, which is telling you to show acrimony and animosity towards others. And that enemy inside you will tell you, don't forgive anyone for what they have done against you. But you need to follow the other path. You need to follow the path of righteousness. You need to follow the path of being good in this world. You can get many examples of bad people, but the challenge here is for you to become the best person in this world. Well, you need to ignore and avoid people who are troubling you at this point in time, and you need to focus on your work. You need to focus on the things which you are doing, which are important to you and your life. And you need to do those things right now, immediately. Don't postpone those things for tomorrow. Don't procrastinate and put things off for the future. Because life is full of uncertainties. You are here today and you may go today. Who knows? So you need to show some urgency in your life at this point in time. You must dream as if you are gonna live forever. And you must live as if you are gonna die today. So you need to dream big at this point in time and dream as if you are gonna live forever. But you need to live as if you are gonna die today. So do all the things today and don't postpone things for tomorrow. Well, do something significant at this point in time, which your future self will tell you that you made the right decision then. Nobody is gonna live until eternity. So you need to show an urgency in your life at this point in time. Don't postpone things for tomorrow. If you have to take a decision regarding your business, your job, your profession, your career, do it now. Don't postpone it for tomorrow. Students, don't postpone your studies for tomorrow. You need to study today and learn those things today. Because those things which you learn today will be a stepping stone for you for the future to show your greatness in your life. Well, we were all given a calling of our life and we need to decipher that calling of our life at this point in time. We need to discover why we were born, who we are, and why do we exist. You need to answer these questions at this point in time. And the other thing is that you need to bow down to God and you need to surrender yourself to God at this point in time. Don't ever think the things which you are doing is because of you. No, God is our puppeteer and we are his puppets. So you need to surrender yourself to God at this point in time and remember God at this point in time, because it is God who has created these planets. If God wants, he can definitely change our destiny. So you need to surrender yourself to God at this point in time. You need to remember God at this point in time. You need to meditate on God at this point in time. Well, if you do what you can, then God will do what you can't. You need to make an effort in your life and then God will bless your effort. God blesses only those who help themselves. And at this point in time, the best help who can give you is you. Don't depend on anybody at this point in time. Don't rely on people at this point in time. The most dependable hand in this world is at the end of your wrist, not someone else's wrist. It is at the end of your wrist. So at this point in time, you need to rely on yourself. You need to depend on yourself. Stop depending on other people. Stop expecting things from others at this point in time. Well, generally we have seen that you come into this world alone and you leave this world alone. So why rely on other people? Why depend on other people? God has given you everything within you to create your own world. You have every talent, every skill, every ability to create your own world. But if you haven't recognized which world you want to create, then you need to ponder at this point in time. You need to think carefully at this point in time and choose the right path of your life. I mean, the path which you were born for, the path on which you will reach your greatness. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you for now. And now let me start predicting about all the moon signs, all the ascendants. Well, for Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people, this Rahu in the Ashwini Nakshatra will be in your ascendant. So at this point in time, all your wishes are gonna get fulfilled. All your wishes are gonna be fulfilled at a click of a button. You know, we are in an age where brick and mortar is discouraged, and we are in the age of click and order. So at this point in time, things will get fast for you. It will become very quick for you. You are gonna experience that life will move very fast at this point in time, and you are gonna fulfill all your desires and wishes at this point in time in a jiffy. Well, you can move fast at this point in time, but you need to take decisions in a very slow and steady manner at this point in time. Well, for Taurus ascendant, Taurus moon sign people, I want to tell you all that this Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 12th house. So at this point in time, you might incur a lot of expenses. You might incur expenses which you had never thought of. You might see wasteful expenditure in your life at this point in time. You might also incur minor illnesses at this point in time. You could have too much ego in yourself at this point in time. But you need to realize that you are a mere human being. So you need to give up that ego in you. And if you don't give up, then it can lead to your downfall. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, this Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 11th house. So at this point in time, your siblings are gonna trouble you. They are gonna irritate you. They are gonna give you suggestions and advices which you don't need. They are gonna trouble you unnecessarily at this point in time. And at this point in time, you are gonna earn a lot of money. You are gonna get a lot of money. You could get some money from somewhere, a massive money, a humongous money from somewhere at this point in time. People who are doing a job, they might get another avenue at this time to earn some extra money. And for business people, this is an excellent time. All you need to take care of is your digestive issues. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, this Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 10th house. So you could see some opposition from your colleagues at this point in time. Your colleagues at your workplace might trouble you. Businessmen may see some of their employees troubling them at this point in time. Their employees might try to tarnish their image at this point in time. You might have to also undertake many journeys during this time, and you could also think of changing your property at this point in time or buying a property at this point in time. Well, in spite of the negative people around you, you are gonna progress in your career, your business, your job, your profession at this point in time. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, this Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 9th house. So at this point in time, there could be a sudden change in your life. You could see that there will be a sudden change in your luck. If you were not getting the things you wanted, then at this point in time, you will get all those things you wanted. Your luck is gonna support you at this point in time. And this is a tremendous opportunity to move forward with your life. I mean, take your decisions at the right time, at the earliest, and move forward with your life. Don't procrastinate or get lazy at this point in time. Well, Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people will be in your 8th house. So you could see a transformation in your life. You could see a change in your life. You know, everything is gonna change. Nothing remains the same. So ready to accept and embrace that change which is coming into your life. If you don't accept and embrace that change at this point in time, then you are gonna be a loser. You might get depressed in life for no rhyme or reason. A small illness here or there cannot be ruled out by me. Well, for Libra ascendant, Libra moon sign people, I want to tell you all that this Rahu will be in the 7th house. I mean Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra, in the Nakshatra of Ketu. So at this point in time, you might face some opposition from your spouse. You and your spouse might remain at loggerheads throughout this period. There could be serious differences between you and your spouse, you and your business partner at this point in time, and you might reach that point of leaving your spouse or your business partner at this point in time. Your income could diminish significantly at this point in time. You could face all sorts of career, professional, business, job related issues at this point in time. People are gonna try and disturb you at this point in time, even if you are right at this moment. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, this Rahu in the Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 6th house. So at this point in time, you could face some health related issues. You could develop a chronic disease at this point in time. And if you are already having a chronic disease, that could deteriorate further at this point in time. Your secret enemies will definitely harm you at this point in time. So you need to recognize and decipher those enemies, and you need to stay away from them at this point in time. Try to meditate on God every day during this period. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, this Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in the 5th house. So this is an excellent time for romance, for love, for travel. I mean short travel. You could see real progress in your education at this point in time. If you are pursuing higher studies, then you are gonna enjoy a lot in those things which you are studying, and you will be able to grasp, understand and comprehend all those subjects which you weren't able to earlier. People who are in the stock market, they can invest in the stock market right now, but you must avoid gambling at this point in time, because there is a strong chance of you losing your hard-earned money if you gamble in the stock market or somewhere else. Your love partner can become your life partner at this point in time. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, this particular Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in your 4th house. So at this point in time, you might feel sad in life. You might become unhappy in your life. You might become unhappy because your near or dear ones, your loved ones may not support you at this point in time. You might feel lonely at this point in time. You might feel disturbed at this point in time because you'd feel that there is no one in this world for you. In spite of you having the best of things in this world, you might feel a sense of dissatisfaction at this point in time. If you wish to buy a property, then this is not an ideal time for you to buy a property or machinery for your factory. Well, for Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant people, this particular Rahu will be in the 3rd house. I mean Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra. So at this point in time, your speech could get very harsh. You could show your anger on other people at this point in time, which will dent your image in the society, as well as people might not respect you the way they should. So you need to watch your words at this point in time, because life and death is in the tongue. You need to speak life at this point in time with yourself as well as with others. Your younger brothers and sisters could be a source of irritation for you at this point in time. Well, you wouldn't have the courage to move forward in your life at this point in time, because you wouldn't be able to take a significant decision of your life at this point in time, and you might lose an opportunity of your life because of your indecisiveness, because of your indecision. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra will be in your 2nd house. So there could be some turmoil in your family. There could be some disasters in your family at this point in time. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your family. And because of that, you might get mentally disturbed at this point in time. You might want to stay away from your family at this point in time because you might be experiencing a lot of trouble from them, a lot of trauma and agony from them. You might want to maintain a distance from your family at this point in time. Unnecessary expenditure behind your family cannot be ruled out by me at this juncture. Your savings at this point in time could deplete. I mean, you might have to incur some wasteful expenditure at this point in time, and that could deplete your savings in your bank account at this point in time. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about Rahu in Ashwini Nakshatra. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, education, marriage, married life, children, property, health, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.